trade, when you talk about trade, you're talking about trade in goods and services essentially. But behind goods and services, they're supposed to be human beings. So mobility of persons, mobility of the citizens is very, very critical because they are the ones that should be driving that trade. So if you talk about after, then there must be people. People is essentially labor. So how does labor mobility lead to free trade across international boundaries, ensuring that there is more intra-African trade? But we're also talking about labor migration. So that comes in because people, when people move, they look for opportunities, and those opportunities are essentially jobs, better well-being for the populations. So how do we facilitate cross-border movement of people, whether it is in terms of bilateral labor agreements, whether it is work visas, or whether it is a free regime in terms of mobility of persons? The point is that these people should be able to be engines, but also beneficiaries of the trade that goes on between and among African countries. The AU protocol, we have the East African Common Market Protocol, the IGAD protocol, COMESA, ECOWAS, all the regional economic communities have these protocols, which essentially talk about what are the do's and the don'ts, what are the roles of the various actors, state and non-state actors. But above all, as we always say, we have 55 African countries. We will not jump into immediately how the European Union, for instance, operates now, or for instance, the Schengen states do their things. But gradually and progressively, that's where we should be headed, because 55 should ideally be equal to 1, meaning 55 countries operating as one in the African continent. So we urge all of us as African countries, African governments, to ratify all these protocols, all these continental frameworks, but also, most important, domesticate them in their national laws and regulations, so that at the end of the day, obviously the beneficiary is the people of Africa.